Hello, Adam Bazalgette here, founder of Scratch Golf Academy. Today, 4 ways to improve at golf, or at least 4 pitfalls that will stop you. I've taught golf full-time for nearly 35 years. I'm going to show you the 4 things, my top 4 in order, that I see really prevent golfers from making serious progress. Briefly, if you're new to this channel, would love it if you'd subscribe. Helps us build momentum, bring you more free content. Also, scratchgolfacademy.com, we offer complete courses in every aspect of the game. You can follow at your own sequential pace. Hope it helps. So number 1 pitfall on my list, lack of good coaching. People don't know quite what to work on, or they don't have a cause and effect. Here's a really talented young junior I've worked with for several months here recently. This was his takeaway before. This was after just a few months. You can see how much more efficient that golf swing would be. Now, this lad's pretty talented. He could do anything and hit it pretty far, but his swing is much more efficient now. You should see change with your coach. Let me show you an example of cause and effect briefly, and we'll move on to point number 2. Here's a player that came to me recently, and as you'll see, a pretty good posture on the left. Now, if you don't have a coach you trust, I'll be your coach if you like. Join up at scratchgolfacademy.com, and you can get a full online analysis with me for about the price of a regular golf lesson. Scratchgolfacademy.com. I'm not trying to plug it. I'm just saying you need good coaching. So let's see this guy. Good posture, pretty good backswing plane. Then he gets steep. His arms get pulled into his body. Here's what I diagnosed as the problem. Number 1, he's leaning quite a bit too far left at address. Number 2, his lead hand way too much in the palm. Consequently, he couldn't really hinge the club because of his grip. So he just sort of pulled his arms behind him, and with that setup and all the arm pull, he's leaning way too much left. That's why the downswing gets steep. Unhinging his wrist too early because of the grip causes him to run out of space. In addition, he pulls his arms up. So once we got him behind the ball, fixed his grip, started to hinge it, a lot of change started to take place. You have to go in order. Okay, number 2, generally people don't take time to grab a club away from the golf course, away from the ball and all that fuss at the house. A mirror's great. I happen to have one here. Can you just work on your grip for a minute or so here and there till you really get a feel for it? A mirror's great. It gives you real-time feedback. In my day working for David Leadbetter, Nick Faldo would sometimes go to the mirror, get what he liked, fiddle with it, and just close his eyes for 20 seconds or so. Feel the thing. You have to play with feel when you go out on the golf course. This is your opportunity to smooth movements out, get some feedback, get a sense of what you need to feel when you get to the range. Players that never touch a club away from the golf course, their progress is far slower. Number 3 on my list, the ball rules the show. People get over the golf ball and they get so uptight about hitting a solid shot, they just have an automatic instinctive reaction to swinging the club. It doesn't do you any good. This thing shouldn't dominate you. It shouldn't decide for you. You're not allowed to make some sort of swing changes. To give you a very quick example, I taught a guy, really a good friend, a good man, long time, and he could make some terrific practice swings, and his actual golf swing was nothing like it. And one day I did an experiment, and I said, let me try something, and I put a tee down there. He had just a tee, and I said, you make a practice swing with that tee there and let's see what happens under the... Couldn't do it. It was exactly like his regular golf swing. So don't let the ball bully you. Hey, we're not trying to hit bad shots. It's not about that, but just relax. Oftentimes in a golf lesson I'll say, hey, let's hit one at slow speed to the student, and I'll hit one and I'll deliberately kind of top it. Nothing bad happened. The sun's still shining. Don't let the ball dominate it for you. Your subconscious is brilliant. It will work out solid contact if you relax, you get your mind pliable, and you give it a few opportunities from the new position. Okay, number 4. Always full speed, always trying for neutral. Neutral doesn't just have to mean a solid straight shot, although that's what people are usually trying for. But it could be neutral in terms of an outcome like the club face through the ball, maybe a swing position if you're trying to swing flatter. Hit a couple of balls from over here. Mix things around a bit, change your speeds, do some at slow speeds. create some awareness and some feel out there. Don't just get locked on. If I could add a number 5 for free, so to speak, I know YouTube's free, and number 5 would be people invariably have a strong reaction to both really good and really bad shots. about 100% of the time in my teaching experience, when they hit one really solidly, that was it, I must have done it right. And when they hit one poorly, don't count that. No real feel for what they're doing, just a reaction to contact. So that doesn't need to be you. So in summary, get some quality coaching, get some feedback, a cause and effect plan so you can work on it. Number 2, get away from the golf course for a few minutes regularly, develop some feel. Number 3, don't let the ball and the outcome bully you and create automatic reactions. And number 4, play around with speeds and positions a bit, experiment a little bit within a category. You'll find much more skill and you'll have more fun. Hope this helps.